Hello, I'm Philip Stoten. I'm here at Apex 2016 and I'm joined by Maurice from Repstronics, which is one of the largest or the largest repping agency in Mexico, I'm told.
Well, I would say it's one of the largest representative groups.
Yeah.
We started 12 years ago.
Okay.
Very focused to the maquiladora industry.
Okay.
Back then there was a need for a serious Mexican representative. Back then a lot of the people were actually coming back and forth. Was the growth of the EMS all over Mexico and also in the border. And companies being more supportive, more working by themselves, taking decisions in Mexico. There was an opportunity for a rep firm, and that's how we started.
Yeah.
Now we have 43 employees actually this week, and about $38 million worth of sales, out of which 92% is capital equipment, and it's a full group with marketing, salespersons, inside sales, service, covering all of the major cities in Mexico.
Okay, and you're headquartered out of Guadalajara, but you have staff in Monterrey
we have
and
a total
Chihuahua
of 11 different locations. Guadalajara by far is our largest location. Strategically, it makes a lot of sense. We have also offices all over the border. We have offices in Monterrey, Durango, Saltillo, Reynosa, Piedras Negras, Juárez, Chihuahua, Sonora, Hermosillo, Tijuana, Aguascalientes recently with all the automotive, Nissan, Repstronics, all those guys growing there. Querétaro and Mexico City. So that's how we're distributed.
And the automotive industry seems to be really going well in Mexico. What do you put that down to? I mean, obviously, is it the NAFTA thing or just the low-cost environment?
Boy, that's a tough question. I think it's been many years of Mexico being able to deliver quality products. I think that is what's needed for the automotive industry. The other reason, I think the government incentives to bring those investments in Mexico. Remember, the automotive industry is really an industry that really helps the country because it builds around it, and it's large investment that don't move as easily. So I think the Mexican government understood it very quickly, that investing in bringing the big automotive guys would bring a whole cluster of companies around it. So I would say the last 3-4 years have been extremely good in the automotive. And honestly, we don't see it changing in the next 2-3 years. So I think it's something that will continue.
And I look at somewhere like Guadalajara. I think it was, maybe around the time you started 10-12 years ago, you were seeing the big companies coming in, building campuses. They started to bring in the local infrastructure, local suppliers, and they brought them up to a very high standard as well. There seems to be a really strong supply chain now through Mexico, all the way through sheet metal, plastics, all those different suppliers.
There is. I mean, I think Guadalajara, they have done a great job at also pulling in some of the big OEMs. So it all started with IBM, HP. Then all the contract manufacturers for those companies kind of build their infrastructure, followed. Back then it was companies stuffing boards. Now it's a lot more complicated than that. What does a customer, an OEM, expect now? They expect sheet metal, final assembly. They even expect the companies to deal with all of the logistics. So that by itself not only brings production, but also brings talent. What we're also starting to see now is people designing products in Mexico. I mean,
that's what I was going to ask you.
You've got like an Intel where you go into the campus and it's very interesting.
Campus in
it's a very impressive campus. You go to Delphi in the border in Ciudad Juárez, and it's also very impressive. You see the amount of talented people working in groups. And I think that is making a huge difference because that is staying in Mexico. It's not moving around from China. Is it India now? Is it Philippines? Is it Thailand?
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a know-how that's staying there, and I think that has been an enormous achievement from Mexico as a country and from its people to deliver towards those investments.
Yeah, and will you see many Mexican companies here at Apex this week?
The total companies that we recorded, that were coming was 28 companies,
Okay.
which was very good, especially for Vegas. Normally Apex is in San
San
Diego,
Diego,
so we
which
have
is-
all the guys from Mexicali,
and
Tijuana,
Tijuana,
Tecate, and it's a very easy hub for most companies, to
send
fly
people.
in San Diego,
Yeah.
to fly in Tijuana and then cross over,
Yeah.
especially now with a new airport,
Yes.
where you don't even have to cross over,
Yeah.
you go straight from the bridge. So I think definitely San Diego makes more sense.
Yeah.
However, I think this show has been very good. And also for us, it's very important to meet not only the key people in Mexico, but get to know the key people at corporate.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times what you need is those two guys that match together, in order to get it done.
Yeah.
So Apex for us is a great place to kind of get together with them and really try to get a commitment in order to make it happen.
Yeah, because you might have some influence from San Jose and some influence from
That
Guadalajara in
happens
one
all the time,
transaction.
and
That's a
nobody
regular
is
one.
responsible. So here the two guys are here.
Yeah,
so it's, hey,
say, come on,
guys,
let's do this.
Who is it? Let's go. Let's get over it.
Yeah,
So
that's great.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Okay, well, it's an exciting market and it seems to just continue to do well. Thank you very much for stopping by and chatting, and look forward to speaking again soon.
My pleasure. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.